What's up, guys? As you can see, night is falling. It's been a minute since I've been able to put out a video, and I'm mad at myself, but I've also been doing a lot of stuff. It's not a great excuse, but hear me out. So, work has changed. I got to move to a new spot. I've been a lot busier, been cranking cars in and out, and, just been kind of driving the truck as is for right now. A few months back in October, I actually took the truck, I actually swapped her in, and I raced the truck. It's got a Mopar 8 3/4 in it now. It is a full-on truck housing. Everything bolted right in. Didn't have to change a thing. All I had to do was get new drums, and the guy who got it for me gave me the axles and housing and let me borrow his 391 Sure Grip gear set. Now, if you're a Mopar guy, you know what a Sure Grip is. For everyone else, it's a limited slip or a posi. So, super cool guy. Gave me the axles and housing, but had to only borrow the gear set. If you don't know how the Mopar 8 3/4 is, it is just like a Ford 9-inch. It's got a dropout center section or a third member. So you can unbolt the gear set without having to rebuild the entire axle. It's got bolt-in axle shafts, all that stuff. So, what this video is going to be prepping this truck to go drag racing. And not going like racing against people, but just to test it and see how it does. What I want to do is basically test the truck out and see how it performs in the quarter mile. See what it runs, see if I have any issues, shakes, shimmies, rattles, bogs, stuff like that. And I will put some of the one race that I had in here and the test run that I was able to put in. Doing all that was a debacle. It was a time crunch, and I didn't really get to videotape much of it. But I do have some pictures, so I can kind of show you what the rear end looks like. And it didn't take much to put it in, but the old one was bad. It was 8 1/4, light duty, and it was rough, waterlogged. And I actually had to cut the center pin out so I could get the axles out. It was a debacle. But the truck's been running really good, other than some alternator issues here and there. But, like I said, the truck is running really good, really strong. So I had to go and find a gear set for the truck. And there's lots of housings that you can go and get, and these have a 741, 742, and a 489 housing number. It's in the part number. It's just how they identify the cases. And the Mopar guy that I talked to said the best case to get is the 489 case. So that is what I got. I found one not too far away, about an hour and a half away. Actually, a bud of mine went to go pick it up. Cool guy. He picked it up for me and dropped it off at my house, actually. Only problem is it's got a set of 513 gears in it. This thing is stupid to drive right now. It's actually, honestly, impossible to drive it farther than a few miles because it eats gas so quickly because of the gears, and you can't go fast without really revving the engine, and I don't want to do that. So I have been driving it, but not, very far, and truck's been running excellent. So I got a set of 373 gears, and this case already has an Auburn Sure Grip in it, which is our posi or limited slip. More of a posi and a Sure Grip. Very strong, spins both tires really hard. I found out, and but the truck has been running absolutely amazing. Can't complain. Finally was able to put a timing light on it, and this thing was super retarded. Probably only getting like 15 degrees of mechanical advance. At full RPM. So finally set it. We got it set at about 11 to 12 degrees advanced at idle, and it's got a 24 degree swing. I believe 24 or 25 degree swing in the distributor. So at 2200 RPM, all the timing comes in, and it sits at about 35 to 36 degrees of total mechanical advance. And boy, did that change how this thing drove. When it had the 391 gear set in it that my buddy or a good friend of mine was able to lend me, the truck rode amazing. I loved how it drove. I could not be happier with how it drove, because this thing would drive like a dream. I could cruise it on the highway, but it would also come out of the hole pretty nasty. I was thinking about going back with the 391 gear set, but I figured I'd go with the 373s just to give me just a little bit more for the highway, because I do want to take this thing to Daytona and the Turkey Rod Run, which is in the next few weeks, actually next week. So I want to get this thing ready. I've got new headlights coming. Going to be cleaning it out, you know, getting it really trying to look good. But yeah, so what I'm doing tonight is I am pulling the gear set out, and I'm going to rebuild it at work. And yeah, a couple new things with the truck, and I'll be able to show you. I actually got them in the truck, so I'll be able to I worked on it a couple Saturdays ago, you know, finally getting some more stuff put in it, and I'll show you now. So as you can see, still no mirror, want to do that soon, but I got my tack light lit up with my park lights, no longer with my blinker, so that's really nice. And then my air fuel ratio gauge. I don't have my key on me at the moment, but I can click on the key. This thing turns on, it's keyed on, and it reads the air fuel ratio, and it is running a tad rich right now. I do want to throw a set of new plugs in and then readjust everything. But, you know, I really wanted to get this in to see what the air fuel ratio was, and as of right now, it is a tad bit rich. So, you know, it's just more dialed in and whatnot. And there is my gear set right there. And those two big other boxes are my front rotors, which, as you can tell, I've got wheels back here and not the same wheels back here. So this axle is from a 1973 D100 or W100 or W200. And before 1984, these trucks were 5x4.5 lug pattern, 5x114 or 1.39 or whatever, but they were 5x4.5. After 84, they were 5x5.5. So the fronts are 5x5.5, the rears are 5x4.5. So I had to get a set of wheels. So I went on Summit and I ordered me a set of Bart racing wheels, and I absolutely love these things. These are 15x10s with 4.5 inches of back spacing, and I've got 15x7.5s for the front. They are matching wheels, and then I'll be able to run those, and then those tires or those rims will be for sale. But it was awesome. I didn't have to change backing plates or anything, so all the brake hardware is the same. And so yeah, now all I have to do is just drop the gear set out, and as you can see, I can show you under here. Just dropping the gear set out, getting it you know, out of the truck so I can take it to work with me tomorrow and rebuild it. But now you can, as you can see, you got the bolt holes on the front, taking off the drive shaft, and then there are nuts that hold the axle in right there. And I did get new drums, which you can't really tell because they're already a little rusty, but I did get new drums, and I am still fighting the water leak on the fuel hat. I'm trying to fix that soon. I did change mufflers on the truck. I went with a set of Black Horse Racing single chambers. They are smaller than my 2 chambers because they fell off on the highway and one of them got ran over. So besides that, the truck is basically the same. I'm just working on getting it dialed in more, and I can't wait to drive it with the new gear set, because this thing with the 513s has been fun from a light to light, but I would also like to take it out to Daytona when the guys go to Daytona with the Mopar crew. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm really going to be trying to pump out more videos for you guys. I've got new editing software and you know, a new sense of wanting to do this. I've been slacking and I haven't really been wanting to do it either, but I know I want to now, and you know, just showing you guys the progress on the truck. So let's get to it. All right, guys, a few moments later and we are good to go. Our axles are out. We are good to go. As you can see, our axles sticking out, good to go. Third member is out. Third member sitting right there on the bench. The other axle is hanging out. Drive shaft sitting on the ground, but we are good to go. So I'm gonna take that to work tomorrow, rebuild it, and get it going. And then the headlights come in this week, and more of that. So in 2 weeks, the week after the Turkey Rod Run will be December 4th. I will be going to the drag strip to see how this thing does. I'm really looking forward to it. It was really strong at the 8th mile event, which you'll see in a video clip here. It was really strong in the 8th mile event, and I was really happy with it. I was on those slicks right there. They are a 27 10.5. It's a Hoosier street slick on a set of slot mags that I picked up basically right by the drag strip. And they did a really good job hooking up. I mean, I did spin a little bit, but the surface we were racing on was a no prep event. The surface was terrible. It was like rocks on top of concrete. So, terrible. I lost to a nitrous Cobra New Edge. Very good looking car. Good looking, good sounding car. He was a late entry, and I had no one to run, so they put him with me. I was outgunned severely with no matter who I ran. So I was just happy to be there, get some experience and get some, get some time under my belt, because that's the biggest thing is, getting the experience. And man, was I nervous, and the whole debacle. So the truck had actually started overheating at the line because I couldn't shut it off because my alternator stopped working at the line. And when I left the line, I was at 220 degrees and the truck bogged and I shook, and it was crazy, but that is over, and we are going to do it again. But this time we're going to be on the sticky side. I am going to run it first with the street tires. They are a set of Aturo AZ 800s or 850s. They're a nice hard street tire. They do really good burnouts, and they haven't even shown us a slight chance of wear yet. But I will run those first, and then to upgrade the 60-foot, switch to either a set of slicks or find myself a set of drag radials. Still not sure yet, but that's what I want to do, is go from the street tire to a race tire and go from there. But that ends it for this part of the video, guys. And then next thing we'll see will be me rebuilding that chunk and putting in the new headlights, and this video will be out this week. What's up, guys? It's the next day, and we're gonna put the truck back together. My phone was dead yesterday of rebuilding the diff, and I did not videotape it. But honestly, it was really boring, and I don't know where I could have set up my phone without it falling over because of all the, movements I would have to have been doing. So bear with me. But as you can see, it's a little wet outside. But we're going to put it back together because I'm ready to drive the truck again. But I will go ahead and show you the diff. There we are. Fresh rebuild. Fresh gears. Not that you can see. And all that is ready to go. If you are wondering what those marks are, that is from when the pinion gear actually got a little loose on me with the 513s and actually did imprint on the carrier, but that's okay. It didn't cause any structural damage to it, and the rear end came out really good, honestly. Backlash is nice, preload is nice, so now I've just got to clean up the surfaces, drop that thing in, and go from there. The rear end is in. Just bolted in the axles. Throw my flashlight on the ground. Just bolted in the axles. Carrier is in, as you can see. Just got to throw the drums back on, throw the wheels back on, fill her up with fluid, hook the drive shaft back up. We are good to go. So, good progress being made. Not too long a time. Rain's kind of a pain in the butt, but we're still cruising. And then we'll go for a test drive because I want to drive the truck. But yeah, we're doing good. Doing good. Getting RTV everywhere, but what's new there? No jack stands. She's full fluid. Tires are bolted on. Drive shaft bolted in. Back in park. She is ready to rock. Right. Heck yeah. Not breathing heavy at all. I'm gonna torque the wheels down and just take it for a quick spin and see how she feels. just took the truck for a test drive. Wow. Amazing. I can cruise in second gear at 45 miles an hour and still be at lower RPMs than with the 513s in third gear. So, totally happy with it. Not as ridiculous off the line, but still does roll the tires quite well. But super happy with how it came out. No noise, no funny vibrations or anything. So I'm going to take this to work tomorrow, do a bolt check on it at work, and I'm going to finally get the front wheels to match, because a buddy of mine bought me a set of rotors for my birthday that the truck has been waiting for. They are the 5x4.5 rotors for 83 and older. So then I can finally put the new Bart wheels on the front. And you guys will see that tomorrow, and I'm also going to give this thing a much needed bath like it's been needing and go out and cruise. So see you guys tomorrow. And here we are putting the new rotors on. Old rotor there, new rotor there, putting in the new bearings, new seals. We are good to go. I already checked it on the wheels and we are good to go. And boom, here we are. New wheels on, and boy, does it look good. And I'm gonna show you right now. I mean, come on, look at that. Don't mind the dirty caliper. Matching wheels again. I'll get a picture up in some good lighting so you can see it, but dang, it looks so good with the matching wheels. And it sits nice and flush with the fender. It actually, these wheels are a little thinner. So these wheels are 15 by 7.5. The wheels I had were 15 by 8s. And it made these tires just poke out a little too much because these are 225s, not 235s. So it made it bubble a little bit, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. Kind of like that stretched look, but now we are clean and mean. I'm gonna do some runs tonight possibly, but the truck is running excellent, nice and cool, and yeah. Alright guys, it's been a long week and a long weekend, but the truck's back to running golden. Very happy with how it's come out, and in a couple weeks we're going to go drag racing. Thank you guys for watching the video. Stay safe, have fun, peace out.